chapter 2 in the book, and it's called Small Town Girl. Few acts of chance have more influence on our lives than the family we are born into. I was one lucky little girl. I was born in Corvallis, Oregon on the first day of winter, December 21st, 1936, and so you don't have to calculate, I'm 80. I was born into a household filled with love and kindness and respect. My mother was a farmer's daughter from Montana. My father was a preacher's son from Oregon. They met in an Oregon logging camp where my dad, Bob, worked in the mill and my mother, Carmen, cooked for the work crew. They married in 1935 and were married for 55 years until my father's death. Whatever there is about me that is solid comes from that home and that upbringing. My father gave up lumber mill work at the end of the 1930s and became a skilled machinist. In 1940, our family of 4 moved to Los Angeles, California. Just before my 5th birthday, our world changed dramatically with the bombing of America's naval fleet at Pearl Harbor and the entry of the U.S. into World War II. Uncles and cousins went to war. My dad's plant was converted into wartime production. When World War II ended in 1945, my parents decided that Los Angeles might not be the best location to raise 2 little girls. They thought we'd be safer and more sheltered in some small Oregon town. They wanted my sister and me to experience the sense of community that comes from small town living. So from the city of Los Angeles, burgeoning in post-war growth, we were suddenly living next to a small country highway with the Yamhill River bordering our backyard, 4 miles from the closest small town, and attending a one-room school without indoor plumbing. I had come from this huge Los Angeles school and almost literally stepped back into another century. Yet I've always been grateful for that experience. I learned to read and to study while other activities were happening all around me, and I learned how long I could hold my breath in an outhouse. When I was in the 5th grade, my family moved to Sheridan in Yamhill County. Sheridan was a fun, secure, safe, happy place to grow up, a little rural town of less than 2,000 people. In the summer, I picked strawberries and green beans to earn extra money for my school clothes. I would put the next fall's wardrobe on layaway and then work like the dickens to pay off the items before the summer crop harvest season ended. Yet summer wasn't all work. My girlfriends and I owned bicycles, and several of us often packed a lunch, tied a towel to the handlebars, and rode out to a swimming place in a wonderful, sparkling little country stream. On a hot day, that cooling stream was totally inviting. The added attractions were the local farm boys who showed up after their chores were done to cool off in that very same swimming spot. Those bike rides were always presented as biking and swimming excursions and an opportunity to earn our Girls Athletic Association letters. We would never have confessed that these bike rides were also turned into a great opportunity to practice our flirting skills. The truth be known, I never learned to swim. However, one summer, I did learn to kiss underwater. It all sounds idyllic, and in many ways it was. However, there was little encouragement for girls to step forward, to lead, to question in the 1950s. High school girls did not become student body presidents. We were the secretaries of student bodies all over America. And just try and imagine this today. I was a student body officer, class salutatorian, speech competition winner, cheerleader, editor of the school newspaper, all this and more. And no one ever suggested I go to college. It was the 1950s, and in small-town blue-collar USA, most girls married, had children, and disappeared into the kitchens of America. And nobody blinked, nobody questioned, not even those bright, motivated, energetic young women, not even them. I still have close friends from my high school years. We spend time together. They know me, small town girl, strawberry picker, cheerleader, student leader, governor. We grew up together, and as kids in the 1950s, the chance that any one of us would grow up to be governor would have been absolutely laughable. We grew up together, but now they tell me they aren't surprised I became governor. Well, they may not be surprised. I'm still shocked. Today, more than 60 years after graduating from high school, I can pick up the phone and call all of my classmates. It is not about cheerleading or becoming governor. It's about our shared experience as small-town kids in the 1950s. We still dance the same way. We remember the lyrics to the same songs that accompanied our growing up years. We learned to dance and kiss and drive in the same town in the same years. We shared secrets, and we shared our lives. Who the heck cares about being a cheerleader 60 years ago? Not me. I care about still knowing friends who knew me way back when. I care about our shared history. So that's a little look at my growing up period.